'Twas the year of our Lord 2020. And we had a great year of touring planned. This show, as we've recognized, was one of them. And we were in the midst of rehearsals, and usually something sort of catastrophic goes wrong during rehearsals. But in this case, everything sort of went swimmingly. And I remember going to one of the band chaps after and go, you know, it's gone so well. What could go wrong now? And we had determined that we were going to do our first ever Canadian coast-to-coast tour in 2020, and the date we had determined to start was March 10th, 2020. Can you get an aw? So we got about 2 shows in and to about a 20 show tour, and then we had to scurry back across the border. And I remember when we thought it was going to last for like 2 weeks. We were like, oh, this will be fine. And but we all scurried home, and then we waited, didn't we? And then I feel like waiting to wondering, and then wondering turned to worrying. And I know, in all seriousness, I know that just scratches the surface. If you put each of our stories together of what we have faced accumulatively in this amphitheater, be it loss of work or education, of health, of a loved one, not to mention loss of just confidence or loss of hope. And I don't know about you, but it has placed before us once again this question of where is God in these moments? Is he some sort of mystical man upstairs who's a million light years away looking down on his great experiment that is humanity and planet Earth, or is it something else? Is he something else? And so often I feel like we look back to find our way forward, and what was striking, even as we worked on this record and as we penned these songs, we looked back throughout human history and we saw God show up in some of the darkest moments that we've faced throughout history. And I stand before you, we stand before you, more convicted and more convinced that God is not some abstract, distant, apathetic idea. God is with us. God is here. God is now. And I sing this with that idea in mind.